What is Buddy Hield doing here? You're going to have someone rotate to the corner anyways. So come all the way over and then double baseline. What are you waiting for? Like, again, you rotate to the corner, then Tobias Harris to the wing, Oubre to the top of the key, and Maxey would end up top on Derek White. Why are you waiting to double here until Tatum's at the rim? This will just forever make my mind blown. Tobias Harris is getting screened here. Nick Nurse! You got to do something! I would ice the screen, keep Jaylen Brown to the sidelines, and Porzingis pops or rolls, Oubre's standing and waiting. Tobias Harris, look at this. He gets screened. Where's this in the game plan? Ball screen. Nothing. Transition defense. Does anyone work on this in Philly? Nick Nurse is awful. He's running the Sixers into the ground. It's why he was fired in Toronto. Get to Jaylen Brown. You got to get somewhere. You're not going to the ball. Where's Batum getting back to? Again, Kyle Lowry in transition, getting back to the middle of nowhere. Get to someone. Jaylen Brown. So when he crosses the three-point line, we're battling for position. You're standing in the paint, waiting for him. Now he's got you sealed. More awful transition defense. Nick Nurse should never be in the NBA again. Ever again. This is disgusting to watch. Seeing him on that bench makes my skin crawl. DeAnthony Melton and Buddy Hield, your first reaction in transition is to be sprinting back. It is not to be going towards the ball and standing. Comes down to coaching. It's why the Raptors went nowhere the second Kawhi left, and it's why the 76ers are free-falling right now. Tobias Harris, you've got to sprint back. Get to the top of the key so you're in help. You're walking back. Drew Holiday is beyond half court. Just be an extra defender and get this dribble picked up. Why are you... Look at this. This is coaching. You just walk back. Now you're not in help. That was embarrassing. Nick Nurse is a disaster. Understand this has nothing to do with Joel Embiid being out. This is decrepit coaching and disgusting. Paul Reed, you're getting back to the middle of nowhere. Get up to take Kristaps Porzingis. Tobias Harris should be taking one of the Celtics trailing the play. But Paul Reed's standing in the middle of nowhere. Tobias Harris is going to Porzingis. Paul Reed's still standing in the middle of nowhere, and that happens. It's just unbelievable. It's like, what do the Sixers do in practice and film? This garbage can coaching staff. Buddy Hield was taking Jason Tatum. Now, he didn't communicate this because Tobias Harris went to Jason Tatum. So Tobias Harris is not going to have time to get out to Drew Holiday. So there's got to be urgency now. Tobias Harris got to sprint to Porzingis. Paul Reed sprint up to Drew Holiday. It's just more walking around. Now you're not ready to guard Drew Holiday. Kelly Oubre, sprint back. Get your feet set in a defensive stance. Paul Reed, sprint back. Kelly Oubre should be right here, right now. Okay? And with Paul Reed sprinting back, which he's not doing, I could force Drew Holiday into help in the middle of the floor. This isn't defense. This is Kelly Oubre just backpedaling a bunch and giving up an open three. What do you even call Kelly Oubre Jr.'s one-on-one defense here? You never get your feet set in a defensive stance, guarding on the palms of your feet, ready to slide your feet. Okay, cool. So you've got help in the middle of the floor here. Like, I can get up now. There's help. Tobias Harris standing and waiting. Kelly Oubre Jr., all he does is backpedal and then make a terrible gamble. That draws help and no one to box out. This is coaching. This is Nick Nurse being an absolute failure. He's a garbage human being. Kelly Oubre, this is a down screen out of a sideline out of bounds. You must get attached with your arms extended so Porzingis can't curl. And Bamba's got to chase over the top. Kelly Oubre's nowhere, and Bamba goes up the gut. That's Nick Nurse, and that's why the Sixers are going nowhere. Mo Bamba gets cross-matched onto Jaylen Brown. This is good right here. You with Tyrese Maxey standing waiting to help. We want to get that dribble picked up outside the paint, and Tyrese Maxey now can just stunt and recover. Whoopsie daisies. Why are we now letting Jaylen Brown go away from any help whatsoever? So now when Jaylen Brown gets in the paint right here, Nicholas Batum's going to step up and help. So Kristaps Porzingis now is wide open because you can't rotate out of that. Oh, and we just let Jaylen Brown get in the paint, so he'll just lay it in anyways. Just awful transition defense. No coaching. Nick Nurse is a failure. Nick Nurse is a failure. Nick Nurse is a failure. Get back if you're Nicholas Batum. You're not going for this offensive rebound. Sprint back. Look at this. Walking. Why were you not sprinting back? And now you're in help. You're standing at half court. You go over this. Cameron Payne is going to come up all the way almost to the elbow to help on Jaylen Brown. Kelly Oubre, just show your hands and make sure Jaylen Brown goes into that help. That's all you've got to do. Instead, Kelly Oubre's not showing his hands and then is going to overplay Jason Tatum to where his help is so that Jason Tatum for sure now can spin off you and be wide open. Kyle Lowry's already lost here. You're already looking for a screen, communicating something as opposed to just guarding the ball. See, this is a screen you want to just hedge. Let Luke Cornett set the screen. You want Drew Holiday out of the paint. There's no place for Luke Cornett to roll to. None. Nope. Let's run our idiot drop coverage, give Drew Holiday the paint, and wide open. You could have pulled someone from the stands to score. Tyrese Maxey gets stuck on Al Horford here. So Tyrese Maxey obviously has got to be the one to initiate contact. Like, you got to get low and battle, and you've got to be the one to initiate all of this. Like, you're just standing and looking. You're just letting Al Horford do whatever he wants. Now he's in the charge circle, and good night. Awful coaching. Terrible coaching. Nicholas Batum, you need to sprint back in transition, and most importantly, get your back turned so you're seeing the ball. Batum is walking. Why is your back not turned? You need to be in help here, but you're not seeing it. Look at this. Embarrassing. Jason Tatum beats Tobias Harris off the dribble. Tyrese Maxey is not in help. So why are you, like, Batum, everyone's staring at the ball, but Tyrese Maxey, you're guarding Porzingis. You're not in help. Could you keep Porzingis out of the paint? Like, you have a courtside seat standing and watching. Now Porzingis can play volleyball with the rim once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. There you go. Cameron Payne, you're guarding Tatum. Look at the help you have. Maxey coming over to help. You got a defender standing at the free throw line. So all you've got to do is just slide your feet. That's it. A modicum of one-on-one defense. There's help everywhere. What does Cameron Payne do? Gamble, and now you're completely turned around and no help. You do not need to switch this flare screen. Cameron Payne should be calling out flare, 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 so Buddy Hield knows to get up and over the top. If you're switching this flare screen, Buddy Hield's got to get underneath the screen or Jaylen Brown immediately, obviously, and battle for position. Look at this. You never getting under Jaylen Brown until he's in the charge circle.